What happens when the three most powerful figures Diddy, Oprah, and Steve Harvey gets together for a gathering that has everyone talking? The startling disclosures will astound you. That evening's declarations that changed the game and formed unexpected alliances proved that this was more than simply a star gathering. It's a watershed moment that may upend the entertainment industry as we know it, so it's interesting to see what happened. Turning things around as we go into fresh party video with Steve Harvey, Oprah, and Diddy. The party's unveiling party film that just surfaced showed Diddy with media titans Oprah, and there has been much conjecture around Steve Harvey since this video emerged during Diddy's ongoing court battle. Problems that have many wondering how these well-known people interact, and if their ties are genuine deeper meanings. Although seeing the three of them together at a gathering has piqued interest, it's crucial to make clear that instead of fresh videos, the majority of the media attention that Diddy has received recently centers on images from previous events. Renowned for organizing lavish and once exclusive gatherings, that prominent celebrities from all his gatherings have long been a focal point for luminaries in the music and fashion sectors. For networking and indulgence, these gatherings often have opulent settings and an air of luxury, blurring the distinctions between informal social interactions and business relationships. Steve Harvey, Oprah Winfrey, and Steve often attend Diddy's industry events, making them regular appearances in this exclusive group. Over time, these get-togethers have evolved beyond simple social parties to become status symbols. Attending one of Diddy's celebrity parties often indicate connection with the influential network of the entertainment mogul. The attendance of people like a well-known TV presenter named Steve Harvey, together with media titan Oprah. Comic just intensifies the sense of exclusivity, since these superstars are seen as camaraderie and support, bolstering Diddy's standing among Hollywood's elite. While Diddy deals with his present legal issues, his inner circle has come under further scrutiny, and the public and media have begun to examine his connections and speculate about the potential effects of his strong links. Oprah's attendance at these events is noteworthy because to her not only well known but also her impact on narratives like watering plants. No. I'm not sure whether males have observed this. A lot of women drink water during parties because, as you may know, they will leave if you don't provide for their needs. In a similar vein, Steve Harvey's ongoing affiliation with Diddy's gatherings has led some to go back and review their exchanges' chronology, wondering whether these connections may influence how the media reports that Diddy's gatherings have drawn a variety of music industry personalities throughout the years. Recent investigations have prompted various media outlets to review them, from Hollywood A-listers to the greatest names in the business. Relationships raising doubts about whether Diddy's high-profile events concealed problematic behavior. There have been stories from behind closed doors that reveal a number of powerful people were there at Diddy's events, where Chris Rock has met with Williams and others, demonstrating the breadth of his influence in the entertainment sector by associating Diddy's present circumstances with his prominent performances. The media magnifies the story that these connections may be more significant than first seems, is being examined for any signs of deeper connections or commercial ties, as public curiosity in the potential evolution of these relationships in light of the current events might include Steve Harvey and Oprah's visits to Diddy's parties suggest a more substantial corporate partnership, or perhaps informal networking among Hollywood's elite. As Diddy's legal when problems arise, will his influential friends, Oprah and Harvey, for example, continue to support him, or will they turn away? In order to safeguard their own reputations, Diddy and Oprah formed a formidable alliance. Oprah and her partner dated for a number of years, and their public appearances at occasions signifying more than just friendship. Their alliance poses concerns about whether they are only business associates, or do their Oprah and Diddy's relationship has grown stronger over time, having a greater impact on the entertainment and economic sectors. Seen together at prestigious occasions like the CFDA Fashion Awards, stressing their crossover appeal in entertainment and fashion, alliance goes beyond socializing. They've both made appearances at charitable events, and the media has suggested that Diddy's John's design line and Oprah's participation in fashion shows highlighted the partnership's commercial worth. The Oprah circle is made up of some of the biggest figures in entertainment and media, including Tyler and Gayle King. Diddy's frequent attendance at this exclusive circle suggests that his network supporting Oprah is strategically aligned with his. Her reputation for standing by and protecting close friends has allowed him to continue to have influence in the entertainment and media. Oprah's relationship with Diddy has come under more scrutiny due to problems, and Diddy is now dealing with legal troubles. Influence might become vital in enhancing or diminishing the story that surrounds him. Oprah has a lengthy history of handling scandal involving people in her network. Her contacts and her media influence enable her to sway public opinion in order to perhaps affect the course of events around Diddy. If she openly backs him, her reputation might strengthen his case. On the other hand, any distance could tell the public and media that even Oprah is tired, which will further damage Diddy's brand and Oprah's allegiance. Will Diddy stick to her guns, or will she decide to save her reputation by Steve Harvey's part in the dispute around Harvey's attendance at Diddy's network's many public appearances and collaborations have been well recorded. Thus, the issue that has to be addressed is Steve Harvey, who is well known for his professional associations, or does he play a more significant part in Diddy's inner circle? Notably powerful media figures have issued a meaningful comment on Diddy's current problems. His silence has raised questions about his position in the past. The two have collaborated at business gatherings and mutual appearances, indicating a close relationship. But Harvey's hesitation to make a public statement, could it be a sign of being careful to safeguard his own brand in the face of the scandal surrounding Harvey? And Diddy's years of cooperation have seen them throw events together and even be cited at Diddy's private parties. Goes beyond business, as they have interacted and shared platforms at industry events, making Harvey a well-known figure. This close relationship inside Diddy's social circles has stoked speculation that Harvey might be caught up in the fallout from Diddy's legal problems, might harm his reputation if he doesn't speak out. Harvey's tight relationship with Diddy, a neutral and amiable personality in Hollywood, has caused the media and fans to speculate: is he backing his pal covertly, or is he pulling away to prevent bad consequences? Will Steve Harvey's prolonged silence prompt further inquiries regarding his participation in Diddy's inner circle? If Harvey decides to publicly defend Diddy and the mystery surrounding the party, may his reputation be in jeopardy? Recently released video from a Diddy party has drawn attention and conjecture, especially in light of this chapter examines the specifics of the event against the context of his current legal issues. The notable people in attendance and the significance of the video given Diddy's current problems. The video in question was shot at one of Diddy's extravagant events, are well known for drawing A-list celebrities, such as events held by Diddy for Oprah Winfrey and Steve Harvey have long been known for their exclusivity and elegant environments where networking often conflates social and professional contacts. Although the precise site of this specific gathering is unknown, Diddy parties are usually held at upscale places that were well known for their opulent decor and star visitors. Before the release of this film, Diddy encountered escalating legal concerns, such as claims of human trafficking and racketeering. To start with breaking news, there were rumors that a mansion in the hills connected to music mogul Shy Diddy's homes was Homeland Security raid. Hence, the timing of this footage's reappearance has sparked questions and led to inquiries about the attendees' relationships to Steve Harvey, Oprah, and Diddy's appearances at this party and other prominent individuals have attracted a lot of media attention, especially since their relationships with Diddy may have an impact on their public perception after these court disputes. There are significant ramifications when well-known people attend events, and the media has been eager to connect Diddy's alleged acts to these visits, raising questions about whether these celebrities were aware of the developing dispute, or if they choose to ignore any warning signs that may have indicated that there would be other well-known figures, including household names. He claims that there are several powerful yet dirty people. Secrets. In addition, as the judicial process moves on, any film from these events may be important in court, particularly if they are thought to include evidence pertinent to the accusations. Opposing Diddy, this circumstance poses a number of important queries, like how will the attendance of such significant personalities due to the impact of Diddy's parties on their own reputations? Would Steve Harvey and Oprah decide to publicly disassociate themselves from Diddy to safeguard their trademarks, or will they continue their partnerships, which might imply tacit support for the video when considered in light of Diddy's legal disputes. Serves as a potent reminder of how interwoven relationships with Hollywood celebrities may be a network of influence in both personal and professional life, and reputations may be made or destroyed by the changing terrain of celebrity cultural ties, particularly during crisis manager Diddy Coles, who has a wide circle of powerful contacts, is currently going through one of the most difficult times in his career because of many legal issues, such as grave accusations of wrongdoing and human trafficking. But what part does his network of celebrity contacts play in Diddy's circle, who is managing his circumstances, has some of the biggest names in the entertainment business? Relationships between celebrities like Beyoncé and Oprah Winfrey are more than just social networks, have a crucial role in providing assistance during turbulent times. The impact of well-known friends may greatly influence public opinion, serving as a shield against unfavorable media narratives about celebrities often unite around themselves, providing not just emotional support but also tactical counsel on public relations. And in the past, court situations have shown how celebrity alliances may protect people amid controversies. For instance, Jay-Z and Beyoncé, whose combined star power has allowed them to stay popular, despite a number of scandals. Their well-constructed public personas enable them to efficiently handle crises, sometimes coming out unharmed. Diddy, too, has the same tactic. His connections often provide a forum for mutual defense, in which friends participate in power to lessen the fallout from his legal issues also. The media is vital in enhancing these high-profile friendships, and celebrity ties often become the subject of news cycles that shape the story about a person's struggles. In Diddy's case, the media spotlight looks beyond his deeds, but also closely examines his connections. Since this interaction between media narratives and celebrity ties might potentially strengthen or weaken popular support. For example, when accusations against Diddy first appeared, many people looked to how. In response, did his pals decide to stick with him or go their own ways? These friendship dynamics include vital because celebrities sometimes play the role as character witnesses, giving credence to Diddy's previous relationships. Oprah, who has a great deal of cultural capital, might either improve his status or, depending on how they decide to interact with the developing drama, it might also make his situation worse. Social media is indisputable. Diddy's network goes beyond the customary celebrity connections to become an area where social media postings and public utterances may influence perceptions in real time with the help of powerful. For instance, popular individuals may influence public perception, enabling Diddy to maintain some degree of control over his story. During his legal challenges, those who choose to openly show their support for him may be able to lessen some of the criticism he visage, depicting the protective aspect of famous relationships in crises. But it's important to understand that not every affiliation is advantageous. The company one maintains may sometimes result in more scrutiny as Diddy moves through these legal waters. His ties might have unintended consequences, especially if any of his friends wind up becoming entangled in his disputes toward the end. Diddy's vast network of celebrity ties have a significant impact on how the public views him throughout his present court battle. Difficulties these connections might provide, affecting how he handles this by offering both support and inspection. Turbulent period, but as we learn more about the complexities of celebrity impact, one must ask, how long can this network continue to stand firm in the face of growing public criticism, legal repercussions, and Oprah Harvey's Diddy's shared interests include Oprah Winfrey, Steve Harvey, and Diddy's online similar passions and commercial endeavors that emphasize how intertwined these powerful people have established enormous empires that often converge via partnerships in the media and industry, such as Oprah's ventures. Beyond her well-known talk show via her business, Harpo Incorporated, she has a share in the Oprah Winfrey Network, or O, and participates in many media endeavors, such as Weight Watchers or WW True Food Kitchen. Investments show how Oprah carefully collaborates with other well-known figures, taking use of her influence to grow her empire and form partnerships with Steve Harvey, another well-known media figure, who presents a number of TV programs and has his own production business. Steve Harvey Global been often linked to Oprah via shared business networks. Both are significant people and mentors. Conversely, Diddy has established a media empire with ventures such as Revolt TV, his own music and entertainment network, as well as other lucrative fashion and spirits ventures, including Shahjahan and Sak. These commercial endeavors reveal a trend in which all three make use of media and use to sustain their impact, as seen by the cooperation between prominent personalities in a number of initiatives and public appearances, such as the programs that Diddy's network Revolt TV has presented showcasing Steve Harvey and Oprah to increase each other's impact and audience reach in ways like this. Degree of reciprocal assistance helps them sustain their relevance and exposure in the media ecosystem. Is nothing new. Famous people often collaborate, putting their names to one another's endeavors to guarantee broad, strong people with success and notoriety, such as Diddy and OA Steve Harvey, often build partnerships to navigate disputes and maintain their public image. When one of them encounters challenges, the others may provide assistance, either directly or via their platforms. For instance, when Diddy had prior legal issues, public impression was significantly influenced by media relationships and powerful allies, demonstrating how the idea of powerful people uniting to shape narratives is not new. Celebrities have historically. Oprah and Diddy's tremendous Hollywood connections are crucial to preserving their standing and influence. Worked with several celebrities over the years, often hosting or going to each other's events, such enhances their brands, as seen by Oprah's connections to powerful figures like Harvey's work with other comedians and talk show presenters, as well as Jay-Z, who is close to Diddy, demonstrate how interwoven. Given Diddy's present legal and reputational issues, these networks' dynamics figures might change if Diddy's status worsens or is subject to further legal investigation, which could put these connections in order to prevent criticism. Oprah and Harvey may openly remove themselves, particularly if the controversies involve delicate subjects. Conversely, they can decide to covertly assist Diddy in order to preserve their network's integrity in the past. These Hollywood celebrities have helped one another out in the background to handle problems such seen when other celebrities supported well-known individuals like Harvey Weinstein prior to his public fall from grace. If the fact that Oprah and Harvey are still in the public eye with Diddy in spite of his problems may indicate a deeper, maybe a business-oriented partnership that balances the hazards of this intricate network of influence, demonstrates how celebrities often work in their mutual interests via partnerships in the media or business, or strategic support figures develop partnerships, such as Oprah, Steve Harvey, and Diddy, that guarantee their continued dominance, prominence, and influence, particularly when their empires are under jeopardy. The effect of the party video, what will happen next? The freshly discovered Diddy-Oprah video and Steve Harvey has generated a great deal of conjecture. The date of the video is crucial since it aligns with Diddy's ongoing court cases, and if the video is used as evidence in Diddy's case, it might be useful. Legal experts say that, depending on the storyline portrayed, such film might either strengthen or weaken his argument. In the current digital era, the media's involvement in disseminating this film is noteworthy. Escalates disputes, sometimes affecting public opinion even before court decisions are made. Tabloids, several internet forums have already examined and conjectured on the video, adding to Diddy's team may contend, under examination as regards legal tactics, that the video depicts benign social interactions, while different presentations might be made by opposing parties, particularly if it exposes any improper activity, according to legal experts. Cite earlier celebrity examples as evidence of the importance of such material in influencing public opinion. Oprah and Steve Harvey's participation further complicates things if their legal teams have any influence over the jury's verdict. Public personalities like them must handle their affiliation with Diddy, so they should move quickly to avoid damaging their reputations. The thin line separating oneself from a buddy while yet defending one's own brand might be a protective tactic, but it may potentially draw backlash from followers, and the public's responses to the video have been conflicting. While some believe the celebrities' visits to be innocuous, others suspect they may be involved. Fans have debated the video online, with some supporting the celebs and others expressing disappointment might have long-term effects if legal procedures heat up and this material becomes crucial. Picture that affects not just Diddy but also Oprah and Steve Harvey as the event develops and the party film continues to be an important component of the narrative, demonstrating the influence of public opinion and legal tactics in the startling new video from a party, including Diddy, James Corden, and other well-known people has emerged. Jimmy Kimmel's video has spurred intense discussions over the topic, leaving fans and the media buzzing with curiosity. Connections between these celebs and the crazy night that happened. Could this unreleased video alter our perception of these regarding what precisely transpired that evening, as seen on the video revealed the newly? The film of Diddy, James Corden, and Jimmy Kimmel that leaked has garnered a lot of interest from fans and media. The footage seems to be from a recent occasion, depicting a laid-back and enjoyable mood between these renowned individuals. Diddy is shown having passionate discussions with Kimmel, one of the main characters in Corden. There are scenes in the video when Diddy and Corden talk back about their past carpool partnership. A well-known part from The Late Late Show with James Corden is karaoke. During their unforgettable carpool karaoke session, Corden gets teased by Diddy in jest about his singing abilities. Corden is well known for his sharp witticisms are delightfully received, resulting in a fun and lively exchange where their chat not only demonstrates not just their sincere relationship, but also Diddy's innate ability to relate to people via comedy and charisma. The two's friendship is clear as they joke and laugh about their time together on the program. Brings back memories of the good times had by everybody when Diddy made an appearance on the April 20th, 2023 program. During the karaoke carpool, fans discovered a few fascinating facts about Diddy. However, the chorus continues: D the I, D the Y, D the I, D the I. In spite of his several stage monikers, such as Daddy P. Diddy and simply Diddy, and Fluffy Puff, the only two people who are permitted to address him by his true name, Sean, are his mother, and he said that he and fellow rapper Jay-Z, whose actual name is Sean Carter, had a special bond, alluding to a luxury that few people enjoy in a different way to each other by their given names. In a segment of the video, Jimmy Kimmel and Diddy are shown conversing more casually about their mutual appreciation of music and entertainment, with Diddy claiming that his young vigor isn't due to health supplements. He had previously addressed Kimmel during a visit to Jimmy Kimmel Live about a greater force that, adding to his impression that God is shining through him. Kimmel said Andre Harold, the music executive who performed an important part in Diddy's early career. Diddy said on how his early effort and commitment to even the slightest chores, like distributing cassettes, ultimately led to his being given more important duties and originate from only joining two arguments $2 together, simply stuff that were, his aim evident from the beginning as he focused on taking over the music industry and collaborating with musicians clearly. Even though he was very successful, did he stress that his ultimate aim never to become a billionaire, but to achieve contentment? Their discussion also included more lighthearted subjects, such Stevie Wonder had visited Diddy's renowned candy room, yes, and the process of organizing the Bad Boy reunion gigs, but their conversation turned to the notorious East Coast scandal. Contrary to West Coast hip-hop, Feud recalled the animosity between the two coasts, recognizing how severe and tragically the conflict had turned into a rivalry that turned into a fight. Diddy said that it was really regrettable and depressing to think of the lives being lost and the people getting injured. Coral Diddy clarified that no one desired the rivalry he presented, that everyone there was a fan of everyone else, including West Coast legends Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, smelled like feet. Nonetheless, it smells like feet for some reason, and the fight was heartbreaking. He also underlined how appreciative he is, that those emotions are now a memory of the miscommunication that spiraled out of control. Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg performing live together at one of his LA for him. The tour stops marked the beginning of unification and the conclusion of a period of struggle. Could Diddy's dating counsel inside the hip-hop community be the secret to improving a relationship? And what's special? Let's look at some surprising advice he gave James Corden and see how Diddy goes about creating the ideal. Diddy tells James Corden that his attitude may help create unforgettable events. Greatest dating advice from Sean Diddy Combs, renowned for his larger-than-life persona, isn't named Love Without a Purpose, and along their journey. Diddy offered some insightful observations on establishing the ideal setting for romance and revealed a few of his personal secrets. Diddy started out by discussing the rationale behind the December 2022 saw the birth of his seventh child, A Girl Called Love. The music entrepreneur claims that his decision to grow his family was motivated by his recent comeback to the music business. You can see how much he loved his kids since they all appear so happy with him. He informed Corden that there doesn't appear to be as much quality baby-making music these days, so he had to return to the hits and put up a unique mix of 90s R&B songs to assist create the ideal atmosphere. Did he even playfully, I swear to transmit this playlist, Mr. Corden, calling it a genuine love-making record and the Super Bowl of R&B. Did he clarify that, while music plays a crucial role in his romantic ritual, he also disclosed another unusual advice for creating the ideal atmosphere? He suggests using a red light bulb in place of typical romantic candles. But right, he admitted to Corden, saying that because it's a component of his off-the-grid experience, no phones are allowed. Permitted, so that spouses may have undivided attention for one another. Corden, a married mother of 3 children, remarked Diddy quickly corrected him when he said he already shuts off his phone during private times. Making it clear that he questioned Corden whether he and his wife jump right in, saying that the phone rule applies to the intimacy's build-up as well as during it. 9 or 11 hours or so to the south of France sounds like a trailer there, but he did a good job of taking his time. Diddy's suggestion is to slow down and enjoy the moment in order to really enjoy it. He recommends combining dancing with the appropriate music and tequila, particularly his own brand Dion. Romantic strategy advising Corden to invite his spouse to dance, turn up the music, and get into the rhythm to Diddy. The secret to a great love relationship is to make eye contact, be present, and take your time. That evening, he underlined the significance of living in the present and said that it's all about connecting with your spouse and living in the present without worrying too much about it. Corden heeded Diddy's counsel and said that life was already searching for him because of the advice. And the remainder of their automobile journey was amusing and full of laughing as the two together, they executed tunes like Diddy's best hits which they sung along to. I Need a Girl Part 2 and Bad Boy for Life. I'll be missing you throughout there. In the same chat, Diddy said that only 2 individuals consistently referred to him by his given name in the conflicted music business. The mother of Shay Collin is standing up for her kid. She is referring to him as Janice, and interestingly, Jay-Z, his lifelong pal, also has the same first name. By the conclusion of the carpool, Diddy allowed Corden to call him Sean as well, even though he spelled it Sean. Sean Diddy remarked, "You can call me Sean Diddy because you're James Corden." He also sent a motivating message informing Corden that every day need to be greeted with anticipation and a feeling of purpose, as if a significant event is constantly about to happen. Corden was ecstatic at the gift, saying that he was on the same level as Jay-Z and receiving the lighthearted conversation, the music, and the advice given beyond Sean's capacity for acceptance. For a memorable and enjoyable hour on the program, sharing his advice on anything from making the appropriate move with music to disconnecting from technology will undoubtedly strike a chord with anybody seeking to improve their relationship with their partner. Diddy's romantic advice included games that made people laugh and learn, but they share more than just music and advice. How did their working relationship develop into such a true relationship, which I adore, therefore I don't mind at all? I only wish he would quote me accurately. Didn't mention it, he, and how does Jimmy Kimmel factor into all of this? Keep watching, examine how these connections transcend the screen and the nature of their camaraderie. Diddy, James Corden, and Jimmy Kimmel's relationship is an intriguing illustration of how professional contacts may develop into deep interpersonal relationships over time, as the public has witnessed. Glimpses of their connection from joint appearances and interviews. Diddy is a legendary figure, and despite his hard appearance and prosperous job, he often talks affectionately about his connections with James Corden, and Jimmy Kimmel is no exception in several interviews. Diddy has shown his profound respect for Corden's aptitude. For instance, during James Corden's visit on The Late Late Show, Diddy publicly complimented Corden on his abilities and work ethic, pointing out that Corden's capacity to engage his guests and the audience was a glaring reflection of this conversation. Wasn't simply a normal interview moment because of his honesty. It was a sincere show of respect shown by their easygoing conversation and lighthearted joking. The Diddy crop of social media is what you and James Corden are most well known for. Diddy's sharp wit and endearing demeanor have been praised equally in interviews. He has often expressed how much he values Diddy's relationship, and especially the insights he extends Corden's regard for Diddy in a way that is both personal and professional. It's clear that Corden views Diddy as a mentor of sorts and often asks him counsel. One excellent instance of this occurred during a carpool karaoke session when the two of them exchanged intimate anecdotes while laughing on past experiences. This moment showed the audience that they had a real connection. Based on mutual trust and experiences, Jimmy Kimmel, the third person in this close-knit trio, has furthermore expressed a tremendous deal of respect for Corden Kimmel, a late-night television mainstay, as well as Diddy. Renowned for his witty banter and insightful interview views throughout his tenure as Jimmy Kimmel's host live, he often discusses Diddy's accomplishments to the music business. In one particularly funny episode, Kimmel joked that, in contrast to other political figures, Diddy would be a Boy Scout if he ran for president. Despite the lighthearted nature of this joke, Kimmel's deep regard for Diddy was evident in addition to an entertainer, but also as a person who has continuously changed during the course of his career, despite choosing distinct routes to success. Diddy, James Corden, and Jimmy Kimmel and their mutual regard and affection for one another have established a solid ground. You have to understand me, I'm self-made. I started by just adding 2 quarters to $2. Their frank and lighthearted conversations not only are talks entertaining to watch, but they also serve as a reminder that even in the rapidly evolving entertainment industry, after learning about Diddy's tight bond with Jimmy and James Corden, real friendships may develop. Kimmel has a kind and admirable side that we get to witness, but is there more to the story? What happens when these serious accusations cast a cloud on friendships? Let's examine the concerning allegations Diddy is now facing. Combs has been in the news for over a year because of the accusations against Diddy. To several legal lawsuits alleging misbehavior on his part, yet these civil cases have now grown to criminal allegations, and Combs is facing very concerning charges. Including trafficking, federal prosecutors have claimed that Combs ran a charged enterprise utilizing his transportation and associates workers with his corporate empire's enormous power to manipulate and mistreat female victims being sexually attacked has been really difficult and profound. Work, as stated in the accusation, the extent of his activities went beyond simple misbehavior, including things like: these are not isolated instances of women being trafficked or mistreated, rather, they are a part of what prosecutors characterize as a more concerted effort by Combs and those associated with him. The indictment explained how Combs and his accomplices would use coercion and manipulation to get women to labor, so that the victim's cooperation and obedience is further to the controversy claims that they distributed a variety of banned substances at these events on an episode of his show. Comedian Jeff Weck spoke about his own experience of going to one of the infamous parties in the city. 20-year-old Jeff FMVK described on the broadcast his visit to a villa in Miami where he saw individuals acting inappropriately during what he described as a crazy-off party. The mansion was massive with many stories, and as people descended, the festivities became more intense, according to VC. Alarming VC clarified that he had not anticipated such a party freak out. I remember going to a party at a home in Miami that was about 8 floors high, with friends who didn't wear suitable clothing. Fully conscious of the informal character of these get-togethers, he conceded that while he did not take part, he yet found the event startling and overwhelming, since it was the first time he had ever seen such conduct in a different situation. That VK spoke about visiting a 2010 celebration after an invitation from a buddy who had collaborated with Combs on a music video when he was there. His pals, all dressed in skimpy polo shirts, quickly made it obvious that this was no typical party. VC was astounded to see negative action, even though he refrained from participating, referring to it as a surreal experience that was legal. His arrest at a Manhattan hotel on September 16th, only 6 months later, compounded his problems. 2 of his residences in Miami and Los Angeles were seized by federal officials as part of a continuing federal investigation is taking place in addition to the several civil cases that had been filed in the previous year against Combs, further tying up his legal entanglements. In spite of the growing accusations and court cases, Mark A. Giolio Combs' attorney has supported his client, claiming that Aglio underlined that Combs is an innocent guy with nothing to conceal. He had been assisting federal investigators for the course of the inquiry and had even willingly moved to New York is doing well. He is a warrior, and he will fight this through. All right, I'm going in. Giolio voiced dissatisfaction with the choice to relocate in a statement before to his detention. He asked the public to hold off on passing judgment on what he considered to be an unfair prosecution by the U.S. Attorney's Office, until all the information is revealed, demonstrating Combs' desire to clear his reputation in court as the legal procedure. Keeps getting worse. A lot of issues are still unanswered. The charges are serious, and there will be repercussions if found guilty. For Combs might have a profound impact on his reputation, career, and future. Hanging in the balance until the legal system ascertains the veracity of these grave accusations, Combs confronts legal disputes that might permanently alter his life. But how is he handling these serious charges? Something to say about the accusations made against him. Check in to learn how Combs is doing. Colleen's reaction to the accusations and the actions he's doing to protect his name claims Combs has categorically refuted each and every complaint leveled against him. Has said that he would protect his reputation, his family, and the truth after these claims appeared in many litigation, one of which was filed by Jane Doe Combs. A lady said in a letter released in December that he was shocked and appalled by the allegations, calling them disgusting and condemning his. Accused of pursuing financial gain, he said. To be clear, I did not commit any of the horrible acts that were being accused of, indicating that he would respond to the charges with Cole's legal team, has been outspoken in their support of him, clearing his reputation. Sean Hawley said that the lawsuit's assertions were purely fictional, and Hawley said that they will contest the claims in the event that they obtained concrete evidence that the charges were untrue. Court and take legal action against anybody who persisted in asserting in state and federal courts the mistakes that had happened in this instance are significant, and Cole's legal staff has consistently conveyed these. They are prepared to take them on in court in a different event. And the claims are wholly untrue. Achieved a settlement on a lawsuit filed by his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura Combs, however. Ben Brafman, the lawyer, quickly clarified that this payment did not constitute an admission of guilt. That under the current judicial system, a settlement does not imply an admission of guilt by the party to the case indeed. Brafman reaffirmed that the company still rejects Ventura's allegations, and that the deal was a Combs has conveyed his satisfaction with the settlement reached between the two parties and wished Ventura, clearly stating that the settlement did not constitute an admission of guilt on his side. A pivotal juncture in this continuing story happened when video of an encounter between Combs and in the footage, Combs is seen assaulting Ventura in a hotel corridor, and this event damaged his reputation, and Combs apologized once the video was made public. Admitting that his actions in the video were inappropriate and accepting full responsibility for what I did and that feeling outraged, he uploaded a clip on social media. In the video, Combs, he spoke about the experience and described it as one of the worst periods of his life. His apology was a rare instance of his acknowledging that he was messing up at the time and expressing displeasure with his own behavior. Despite not directly addressing the most significant legal accusations brought against him, it did promote public accountability.